She takes her hand out. I thought she was fingering his ass, but then she takes the strap off, and I was like, oh, she was pegging him. Proper. Hey guys, welcome back to Proper. I'm your host, Alexis, and there's a lot to say. There's a lot of news here. We are raw dogging it today, obviously. It's what we do best. First breaking news, Kylie Jenner has died. Kylie Jenner as in the Kylie Jenner of this podcast, aka my best friend since I was 4 years old, aka my Volt, my soulmate, my best friend, my sister. I don't know how else I could have said that to you. If it's brand new news, it feels as, imagine what it feels like for me. Right? I'm still in an avoidance stage of my grieving with Kylie. And I think I'm going to just stop that there because I have so many things to talk about. And I have so many things to say about what I'm going through right now. Not only as like advice, but I'm also really realizing how rare it is going through what I'm going through with Kai, and losing somebody that young is insane. And also having to plan their funeral and handle all of their arrangements is a whole nother layer. And so I'm gonna allow myself however amount of time that I want to like officially talk about everything, talk about my learnings, because that's what I do. Like I have no problem doing that, being the fucking guinea pig of life, it seems like. But I do want to take my time with it. So keep me in your prayers. And that's that for now. Okay, we're gonna move on, Alexis. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. It's very difficult. Like life feels fucking weird. Like I lost a part of me. Like we are here connected on earth with each other. Like studies literally show that you live longer when you have good friendships and relationships, and human connection is the purpose of life. And so when somebody leaves this earth that you're so connected to, it feels like a piece of you has left. So again, I already said that I was going to stop talking about it. So I'm not going to talk about it anymore. We have to move on, Alexis. We have to move on right now in this moment. I need to take a fucking, hold on. I need to take a hitter. I'm still crying. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Hold the front door. Let me fucking get myself together. Hold on. Kylie was a big fan of Proper. So, I hope she fucking blesses it. Anyways, took a hitter. Here we are. We're ready to fucking go. Anyways, if you're new here, I apologize for that being your first intro. And you may be new here because I feel like I'm getting a little bit of an influx on Instagram and TikToker. I think the influx is people wanting me to start an OnlyFans. It's not going to happen. Look at all the other things I offer outside of my ass and my tits, But normally we start with a proper high and a proper low of the week. Your proper low is what you accomplished that week. Essentially what you were able to overcome that was really just a fucking battle. Even if you haven't gone through it yet, just something, even if it's as simple as like, I washed my car that week, that could be something. Honestly, no. That's not equivalent to a proper low. A proper low is something you fucking overcame, a fucking challenge, okay? Let's think hard about it. Some of us don't really have many challenges that they're going through. Some of us do. I'm one of the people, unfortunately, that keeps getting fucking shit thrown my way. And then your proper high is something you want to find gratitude in. And then after we go through that, we go through our proper recs of the week, just whatever we're consuming, whatever we want to recommend. Doesn't necessarily have to be like a show or a book, but normally it is, or it's just like advice, whatever. Then we go through updates, and we have so many updates this week because I hadn't talked to you in 4 weeks. I don't even remember what I talked to you last about. Nothing. Because again, I know you're bearing with me. I just feel like I have to repeat how, like, where I am, like, with my mind. Like, I'm just trying my best. I just don't feel as myself because I'm a very much on top of it person, and I know what's going on at all times, and I'm so like just trying to survive every day that I don't know. Anyways, I'm over explaining myself. You're bearing, it's fine. See, there's so many voices in my head right now. Shut up. I want to say this was a bad time for me to record this, but I've been trying to find time to record it, and then it's just, because Proper is so, I don't want to say based on my mood, but like it kind of is. Like I'm here talking, by myself. And so building a conversation by myself takes a lot of creative strength out of me. And so when I'm not feeling my best, like creatively, I'm not going to be like, then I'm hard on myself and rah. Anyways, we're going to bust shit. We are going to bust this shit out and we're going to do it raw. And I think we're really excited about it. Aren't you? It's been so long. Anyways, let me move on. Proper lows of the week, I think, are apparent here for me. Just to run through the year, lost my best friend and my daughter, my dog, Nala, of 12 years. End of January, so beginning of Feb. Was getting sued for 50 grand in eviction. Won it though. That was a high. That happened in February. 50 grand in eviction. Self-represented, by the way. So many other things, Trinkly, so many other things. Lost my best friend of 25 years. This all has happened in 6 months. So that's my proper low. Proper high of the week. Woo! What is it? Sometimes, some weeks we got to think hard, but guess what? I'm never going to give up. I'm never going to give up on giving you a proper high and a proper low of the week. Okay? Proper high. I'm like looking around. I feel like when the teacher called on you and you had no idea what the fuck to say, so you just like kind of stalled. Proper high. I went to a day party yesterday and I was getting mad compliments. Felt really good, especially because it's my period week, so you feel like you're ugliest, whatever, you're super bloated, blah blah blah. You literally are like shitting and bleeding every second of every day. So getting compliments was really nice. I even had women come up to me being like, I saw you from afar and you just look so good. And I'm like, because I'm gay now. So let's fucking go. So that was nice. Anyways, proper recs of the week. I gave a rec. I've been trying to give recs on stories still. If you don't follow us on Instagram, you need to. And while you're at it, you need to rate this podcast 5 stars because honestly, just give me a fucking sympathy 5 stars. Okay? I'm going through it, brothers. The least you can do is rate this fucking podcast. Okay? 5 stars only. There's no freedom of the stars here. Ben said it. I'm consistent. 5 stars only. If you do anything less, just know I'll kill myself. I'll never forget whoever did give us those stars. That's when we had our ex, though. I like to think that I've been keeping the 5 stars up since going solo. Anyways, proper recs that I have been sharing on Instagram were spearmint tea for my PCOS girlies. I don't know if you know this, but spearmint tea does something with the androgens. I don't know if I'm even saying anything correctly. It does something where it helps balance like our testosterone. So it's specifically with your testosterone. I don't know, but I've been drinking it every day, sometimes twice a day, and it's really helping with my skin. I think. I mean, I'm still like breaking out like OD right now, but if you remember, it's nothing. I have nothing on right now, by the way. It's nothing compared to the battle that I had the last time that I got off of birth control. And that's when my PCOS really like shines because I have post pill PCOS essentially. So I've been off of the pill now for since March and we're going strong with everything. I'm really trying to like balance it and do this journey a little differently than what I did last time, like, the gym, spearmint tea, taking my fucking vitamins, doing all of the internal work that I think really has to change for PCOS. I'm also like trying to eat correctly with Yellow Picnic. Yellow Picnic really helps if you are in the surrounding areas. I think they're also like in DC now, like they're in Virginia. I don't know. They're kind of all over. Check and see, but Yellow Picnic, we have a code here proper. I would say that's been really helpful with just like it's just easier to eat. And when it's easier to eat whole foods, your cortisol levels are down and then your PCOS is cured. I'm no doctor, but the math is mathin'. Anyways, another proper rec for you is The Hunting Wives on Netflix. Have you seen that? You guys, if you have, I hope you thought of me when you saw the peg scene, because I thought of me. Especially with that big old man. That's like exactly what I'm looking to fucking do. And I was curious on okay, I just plugged it in. Because you know how in the first scene, like she takes her hand out? I thought she was fingering his ass. But then she takes the strap off and I was like, oh, she was pegging him. And I was like, what was her hands doing in this moment? That's what I was just thinking about. She was fingering herself. I hear ya. I'm back on track. I'm new to this. But this makes sense. There's also straps out there that vibrate for you. So you don't even got to do nothing. Fun fact, if you didn't know that. I'm sure you do though, because I know nothing. Because, I'm new to this whole gay shit. But anyways, that was a really good drama. Like, it was so entertaining. It completely took me into that world. So that was nice. Highly recommend that one. Anyways, are we done? Are we already to proper updates right now? Who's excited? Okay, POs, here we fucking go. And I think, okay, also I just want to say, I feel like after this episode, I just need to release this episode and then I'll feel confident about releasing episodes after. It's always like that first band-aid. And the fact that this is like a repetitive feeling because of all the things I'm losing is insane. Because like getting back up after Nala was a lot. Anyways, like I feel like every time I try to be consistent here, something happens. But we're hoping for better. Right? I need all of us collectively to hope for better, specifically for me. Okay? Fuck you guys. Anyways, so proper updates, PUs. One is okay, where do I even start? It's obviously gonna be with the men. I can't wait to add new characters to the fucking bunch because these motherfuckers suck! I feel like Plug has already been unplugged, but he's officially unplugged now. And something that I really learned with one of our characters who I'm going to bring up and the other people in my life, just like recently, is that when somebody wants to show up for you, they will. And if they don't know how to, they'll figure it out. And that goes for people who know you, who don't know you, like who you wouldn't expect, who you would expect, whatever. And I had expectations of certain people, and honestly, Plug being one of them, because y'all know, like, we're kind of friends first, which I thought. We've always been friends first because we barely fucked. I can count on barely a motherfucking hand on the times that we've had sex. So it's like, we've definitely been friends first. We've had a weird relationship, whatever, but there was a lot of longevity there with it being 3 years. And so I did have expectations for him, especially because he asked me what I needed. I told him what I needed, and then he disappointed me. And specifically, like when I came home after everything with Kai, he said he would pick me up from the airport. And I was getting here at like Sunday late. I didn't want no money. I needed to be picked up from the airport. If you can't pick me up from the airport, I'll find somebody else who can. I just knew that like I would feel so low that having to fucking take a 20-minute motherfucking shuttle from the motherfucking airport to the motherfucking Uber thing to wait 45 fucking minutes to get connected with an expensive ass Uber was just gonna probably be my 13th reason, right? And so that motherfucker said he would pick me up. I had Wi-Fi on my motherfucking flight. An hour left of my flight. This hoe says, I'm going to go to sleep. Here's $50. As if I have any room for patience. I don't. So I sent it back, and because I feel like, I don't know, like we have just such a weird relationship. And to me, my perspective is I think he thinks like money works for me in that way. I don't know. Because it's not like he was ever giving me a lot. But like, I don't know. I really don't. And maybe it works for other people. I don't know. But for me, it's like if you say you're going to do something, do it, especially with these circumstances. Like, so I essentially I finally like got the courage to just let go, which has taken me a lot. It's taken years, obviously. And that's that. Do I think it's necessarily the end of Mr. Plug? I don't know, dude. I don't ever plan on reaching out to him, which has never been the case. I always had plans that even when I like unfollowed him on Instagram in the past or whatever I did in the past, even blocked him in the past, I knew that like I would still talk to him. I have no intent of reaching out to him. Now, if he reaches out to me, we'll see. He's a Virgo man with a lot of pride and honestly guilt, because I know he does have guilt. I don't think he will. We'll see though. You will be updated because he's such a character here, obviously in my life. I learned so much through my relationship with him, but also with the pod. Like he's even low-key been on it. So And that's like rare, obviously, for the characters. You haven't heard any of their other voices. And, you know, he like, he didn't start the journey, but he was the guinea pig of me getting back into dating men. Cause remember, I mean, this is when we had our ex, and I was like 4 years celibate. And when I like spit game on him, that was like my first time doing that. First time like really like allowing a guy in my life and all of that. So, damn, I actually haven't really thought of it this way of like ending to an era. RIP to a lot. Fuck, bro. That's the thing about Proper. It's such a reflective place, and I love that. Like, that's what I want Proper to be. But like, I'm tired. I'm tired of reflecting. But that was a reflective moment. Like, he was like, maybe that's why, because I wrote it down to talk to you about it. But then I was like, I don't know. Like, I'm having a hard time, like, I don't know, sharing things. And because it's like you can feel one thing a certain day and then the next day you don't feel it. And that's the thing about Proper. It's like I have to remember that although like this shit comes out and it stays out, right? So like I can't necessarily back my shit up of like, oh, I've evolved, you know, like I kind of just have to trust my audience and whoever listens to it. If it's the characters, who knows if this motherfucker even listens to it? Highly doubt that he does. But I can't like take it back, you know? So like I've avoided talking about Plug again because I didn't want to take it back because I knew the relationship that we had, which was always like this, you know, back and forth bullshit of what I thought was unconditional love, but he has shown that that's not the case. You know, with my situation with Kylie again, and I'll go dive into it because it does have to do with men. Like a lot of realizations I've had with Kylie passing has been in a magnitude of layers, but I've just learned my worth a lot. And you know, I've always exuded this confidence, but now I'm really just confident with the love that I bring and how easy it is for me to receive love as well. But how easy it is to love me, and that's something that I've questioned my entire life, you know, due to like certain traumas. Now I'm just like mad secure with it. And like if you can't like meet it, then you can't meet it. Like it's not up to me to like beg and plead. You know, I could teach, I can give the information, but if somebody doesn't want to receive that information, that love, whatever, I'm not going to force it. And that's finally where I'm at, which feels good, but also feels like sad. But whatever. We're fucking cleaning house, is what the fuck I'm getting at. Next, Cognac. Cognac sends me a song with the cover art. And the cover art, I look at it, it's a text message. And I was like, that's kind of my handwriting. You know, like I text a certain way. And Demi also, so I sent it to Demi and she was like, girl, that's your fucking handwriting. Like, I know how you fucking text. So I copy and pasted. It was indeed me. So I like to think that Cognac made a song about me. I didn't like anything of that piece of work. And so I'm kind of here to roast because I can. This is my motherfucking podcast. Fuck Cognac. Fuck everybody. Fuck your mama. All the above. I don't have any room to really care, okay, about people's feelings. Okay, sorry. Let me be more gentle. I think Cognac is a talented person. I think that, again, I think that piece of work was not. Especially the visuals, because he also sent me the visuals and he had some other bitches in it. And I'm like, if I'm the muse, why not have me in it? Like, you could really, really get clout from me. But honestly, I'm glad he didn't ask because fuck that guy. So that honestly turned me off even more. No, no, I just, I was already like on, you know, I don't know, with my thing with Cognac. It's nothing like Plug, obviously. Cognac kind of been out, and then I invited him back into the vortex, and then I was like, you know what, babes, actually, never mind. And again, the stuff with Kylie has just made me realize, like, and even pre Kylie, I was like, I'm just not, I just can't. Like, I don't know how else to say it. Like, why? Like, why allow repeat offenders offend again unless they come correct, you know? Which brings me to my next victim. We have a repeat. Do you guys remember Tampa Boyfriend? This is X days. So this was a long time ago. This was 2023 when I had my Tampa Boyfriend. Do you remember? He had me fucked up. His episode, he actually brought up the episode of when I talked about him. But if you type in erectile dysfunction, it'll come up. And so, you know, to refresh your memory, Tampa Boyfriend and I had a little ting. He was actually connected with me through Kylie. Her trainer was like his good friend or some shit like that. But like he saw me on her page, whatever. That's how we connected though, was through Kylie, my dear. And when we were talking or whatever, or dated, I don't know, God forbid I say dated with these motherfuckers talking. You guys know I've never been in a relationship. So when I say dated, that means go on dates. That means being sent money. Okay. That means kissing. Like, I don't know how else to fucking speak to you people. But when we were dating in 2023, it was during the holidays and we were like talking, and then I visited like back to back. We went on a date. I don't know what, like, I don't really remember the sequence, but essentially he had me fucked up. He withdrew. And I was like, I don't got, I was honestly, I looked back on our messages and I was quite mature. I'm actually really proud of myself, which he did say, like, I'm beautiful, perfect, amazing, whatever. But sometimes I need to remind myself, like, with the facts. And I was like so graceful and so kind to him, which reminded me how much I liked him. And so he did suffer from erectile dysfunction. But it was nothing I couldn't handle. However, y'all know I don't suck dick. I put his soft dick in my mouth. It was a big deal. And that was another reminder of like, damn, Lex, you really liked it. Because what? Soft? In this little mouth? This little pure mouth? For him to just withdraw on me like that? He was a bitch. That's exactly how he acted. Not anymore, though. He's redeemed himself. For now. Anyways, let me get to it. So, with Kylie passing, you know, these motherfuckers was coming out in the woodwork, girl. Her exes were even texting me. Everybody was texting me. Everybody. I was like, okay, that's enough. But he reached out to me and sent me an audio of relation as he has lost somebody. Like he's lost a friend in the past. And so he reached out to me for that and to like, I don't know. He was trying to slide. I think he said something about like, I want to at least be your friend or some shit like that, knowing damn well. Anyways, all these hoes want to be my motherfucking friend. Pay me! I need to start a business. Because the motherfuckers, all the amount of motherfuckers that want to be my friend and not my husband are sad. And I know I just jumped from boyfriend to husband, but I'm just like, I'm really tired. When are we all just going to collectively be like, you know what? Let's suffer together. You know, let's suffer in this world together. Like, why is this new generation waiting until like our late 30s to combine? You know, like let's just do it now. We'll figure it out. Anyways, I'm not saying that about him per se. I'm saying that in general because everybody wants to be my fucking friend and nobody wants to be like more than that. And I have so much more to offer. Anyways, so with him coming, you know, at first I was like, I should take this distraction. Second off, I'm not even gonna hold you. Okay, so, you know, I'm on my hormone journey. And the real girls know that we have 1 week out of the month where we are at our best. We're our horniest, our happiest, our most wet, our most joyous. We can get through anything, which thank God Kylie died on a fucking week that I could handle it. Because if it was any other week, that would have been hard. I wouldn't have had so much grace. But emphasis on the horny. So when he reached out, I was like, Kylie, did you just did you do this? I was like, am I about to get some cutty? When I needed the most. This is me contemplating if I should continue being myself right now in this moment or not. But again, and we're proper. This is my most proper thoughts, my most genuine thoughts. Showing up real and raw. Anyways, so I was like, okay. And he was coming correct. And he like off rip was like he like it wasn't like he was avoiding like the fact that he had fucked up in the past type shit. Like with the initial text. So he came correct enough for it to flourish into whatever it flourished into. And so we hung out a few times. He had a lot to prove. I'll go ahead and say he proved. I get so nervous when I talk about sex with you guys. So he was a lovely distraction, and he's more than a distraction. The first day we hung out, and he just like made it really easy for me to the point of me realizing how easy it is to show up for me. And this is somebody that like, yeah, I've dated in the past, but he like doesn't know me to the extent that I think that other people know me who haven't shown up for me. And knowing that like I'm simple. Like, I just need a walk. I just need weed. I just need, like, to talk like a normal person. It doesn't necessarily need to be about, like, my stuff. Like, I just like good vibes. And he provided that for me. Like, and he picked me up wherever I was. Like, he was accessible for me when I needed it. And I know that sounds like one-sided, but I think if you understand grief, you know like how needed that is. Like for people to be there. Wow, I'm gonna cry. Okay. I'm on my period right now. Let me gather myself. Motherfucker, help me. I gotta get through this. The sun's about to go down. It's fucking Monday. I gotta get through this. I feel like you understand how much that's needed for just like people to show up in the most simplest ways, but just to be there and to make it easier, especially because on top of the grief, I was doing all of the other things. So having to think about anything was like something I just didn't have capacity for. And Tampa Boyfriend allowed that, which I was so grateful for. And I still really am, because honestly, if it's like, thankfully I also have that to look back on with Tampa, which is a really positive experience, you know, along with the heaviest thing to happen to me, you know, in this decade at least. So very grateful for him. And so yeah, we had, you know what? Yeah, we had a good time. I'm not even gonna hold you. And I felt kind of bad about it because I'm like, I shouldn't be this horny when I'm like going through this right now. But I was talking to somebody and they were like, yeah, no, that happens. And I was like, okay, thank God. Because I was just like, I want to think about anything other than my reality right now. And he made that easy. And like I said, he had something to prove and he proved it. So shout out to him for working through his obstacles and his proper lows. Shout out to Tampa Boyfriend for working through his proper lows. I'm like, do I have any other updates with him in particular? I don't know. But we're still like yapping here and there. But I have to work with just not having expectations, obviously. But like, I hate when they're like nice, you know, because then like you want more, you know, logistically it wouldn't make sense anyway. So just like kind of just rolling with it. I'm at my most single. I'm more single. Like, I am so single right now. I don't even have a contender. And then even when I went out yesterday, I'm just like so anti men, which really sucks. I still like obviously like want to be completely tied down or like work towards just like a healthy relationship with the man. But I'm just like, and I'm not anti, I'm just like, I don't got time. I don't got time for the small talk. I don't have time for like the fake shit. I feel like I don't got time to like learn a motherfucker. So I'm really fucking single. And like it's also by choice because like I obviously have content, like I have victims that I could hit up, but I'm really choosing to not do that, which is something that I'm used to. Like, you know, I've always chosen celibacy over like casualness, but now with like knowing that like I always had these repeats, like I would hit them up here and there when I, you know, really needed to scratch an itch, if you will, which sounds so fucked up, but that's really how men think of us. So, right there with you, brothers. If you can't beat them, what is it? Join them? Yeah. If you can't beat them, join them. If you can't join them, beat them. If you can't beat them, join them. You know what I'm saying. So that's where I'm at. But however, I'm choosing truly just to not. I'm choosing to rub one out. When in doubt, rub one out myself, which again I've always done. But like, I don't know. There have been times recently where I'm like, I guess I'll hang out with this person, but I'm not doing that. And I haven't been on apps in like, what, over a year? Like, Cognac was my last one. That was beginning of last year of 2024. Yeah, definitely over a year and a half, actually, that I've been on apps. And then approaching guys, I'm just like, because you don't have no problem doing that. But now I'm like, if I approach you, that's just going to set the tone of me being the initiator. And then I'm like, I don't want no pussy ass little boy. You know what I mean? Like, you got to approach me. Like, you're going to see, like, the way I see you on the street and I feel the urge to approach you. Because then people are like, well, you don't want to miss out on your opportunity. I am the opportunity. Hello? Lucky. Tatted on me right here for a reason. Because it's lucky to meet me, ho. You know what I mean? Like, and again, like, obviously, if fucking like, if I get the urge to approach a motherfucker, I will. But now I'm just like, I want to be approached. Like, I want to be approached by a non toad roach looking motherfucker. You know what I mean? Somebody of interest. But these motherfuckers be acting like they too good for it. Or they just got too many options, which whatever. I'm limiting my options to 0 right now. Super open to it though, but I'm also just busy as fuck, like trying to pursue proper, thank you Lex, all of the things. You know what I'm doing. Working my full-time job, which also low-key looking for one because I just feel separation coming on there. And just trying to sustain myself and also sustain my mental health. And I'm like, I think men, I think dating men just brings a lot of anxiety, even when you're at your most secure. Because I was listening to something today, and I think I'm finally to the point of being securely attached rather than anxious or even sometimes avoidant. I think I'm pretty secure, which feels good. Like I can self regulate now. She's the baby. I feel like pretty calm. Like I don't feel like I have expectations with motherfuckers no more. It's kind of clear to me, like their intent. Like I'm not daydreaming about motherfuckers no more. So kind of boring, but also healthy. And I honestly asked for it on my vision board. I was reflecting on my vision board yesterday and I was like, oh, I've done all of the things for like self development and wellness that like I wanted. Like, being as active as I am now and self regulating and like controlling my anxiety is on there. And not that I've controlled my anxiety per se, but I definitely feel like I can self-regulate. I can still have a meaningful day despite my chronic depression and anxiety that I was diagnosed with that I choose not to medicate. Anyways, so yeah, I say all that to say I am so single right now. And my standards are just like so like they're higher than what they've ever been because I don't know, I've just really realized like this is gonna sound cocky, but I'm so great that like somebody as great is gonna be ready to be great with me, because there's definitely other great people that exist that I've probably crossed paths with. Are they ready to be great with me? No. And that's a missing piece that I'm not forcing anymore, like, but I'm also not settling for anything less either than great. You know, like they have to, like, I don't know. It's just, again, with losing Kylie, like, and all the things that came with it, I'm to the point of really seeing, like, how strong, powerful, beautiful, caring, and, like, compassionate that I am, and how I bring unconditional love to the table quite easily. And so, like, if somebody can't match that, then, like, why would I want to put myself in a place of somebody just like taking this beautiful energy that I have rather than pouring back into it? So, yeah, I hope that gives you inspiration to like kind of do the same. Like, the last thing I want is for anybody to experience what I've experienced to really realize their fucking worth. But I hope you start moving today with knowing how strong, beautiful, amazing you are and how you have the control to restrict that beautiful energy that you bring to certain people. You don't have to give everybody your all. You don't owe anybody any of that. You owe people respect, but every inch of you, all of that positive great energy, that doesn't necessarily need to be shared with everybody. And I think deep down who that should be shared with. So yeah, that's my motherfucking proper thoughts of the motherfucking week. Next week should be my happy, horny, healthy week. So I'm gonna come back better than ever, may even record 2 fucking episodes with the joy that I have. How am I gonna deal with the horny part of next week? We'll see, because I don't think you guys understand it. Like when that's ovulation week for the people who don't understand it. Like, those memes when they're talking about, oh, like she's ovulating, whatever. Yeah, it gets intense. You do feel like a feral cat with her fucking like in heat with her fucking tail up to her fucking head, ready to get pounced on. I don't think you understand it. That is what we feel when we're on our horny, happy, healthy week. Just ready. Just ready. Open and ready. Woo! I think I'm ready right now. I'm having flashbacks. Oh, what a time to be alive. Anyways, pray for me next week. And I'm going to leave you on those notes. I love you so much, and I will see you next week. Bye.